Hey gaming fans, what's going on? It's Doclariv here with Internet Kids Gaming. I just want to talk a little bit this week in my vlog about Mass Effect 3. Alright, when you look at Mass Effect 3, there's a lot of complaining and there's a lot of arguments about the quality of the game and specifically the quality of the ending. There's also other arguments about things like the downloadable content package being available the first day, and there's arguments on both sides of that coin, but one thing I've noticed there being a lack of is some attention being brought to some of the side areas that this might actually address. One of those main areas is whether or not this is an actual case of a game being bad, or is it a case of a vocal minority trying to ram their opinion down the majority's throat. We see a lot of this in life every day, but it brings to mind certain problems with the process as a whole. For example, when you look at this game received critical acclaim and perfect scores, mass awesome reviews across the board, and I'm sure you might find one or two reputable reviewers who gave it a less than perfect score, possibly one who even gave it a bad score. I haven't been able to locate these reviews, so it brings and raises an interesting point, and that is, what is the state of video game reviews at this point? Because really there's only two options here. One is that this game is awesome, and the reviewers got it right, and everybody who's speaking out is wrong. And the other option is that this game is not awesome, and the people speaking out are not part of the minority, and they're part of the majority. Now, if the former is true, if this game is awesome, then that means we have to solely rely on what critics say and what reviewers say, because as far as I can tell, they're the only ones who universally love this game. If the latter is true, then we have to look at it from a different angle, and that is that this game is not good and the reviewers got it wrong. And if that's the case, then that means we need to take a serious look at the people who are reviewing our games and where we get our video game reviews. So, putting a large part of the arguments and everything aside, there's still some key points that I want to talk on here. After playing Final Fantasy XIV, I am a strong proponent of video games not being released until they are 100% ready. That game was a slap in the face, I think, to everybody who played it, and I think the downloadable content pack that was released with Mass Effect 3, same day release, really? Is that really necessary? Yeah, I think that was kind of a turd ball move. I mean, you could say that the game developers didn't have enough time to put in what they wanted, that, you know, if you look at it from the game developer's perspective, hey, you know, they want to give you the best game possible, they had to meet a deadline, they couldn't, so they offered a downloadable content pack the day of release. But in my opinion, that's inexcusable. You either need to work harder in the development process, hire more people and cut back on profits and churn out a quality game, or you need to suck it up and give everybody at least a 3-month window. And I mean, that's kind of, I think 3 months is pretty spot on for the first downloadable content pack in this day and age.
Yeah, that's a random zoom in.
So look, all I'm saying here is, personal opinions aside, we need to take a closer look at how it is that we, as consumers and as players, look at these things. There's been a lot of ridiculous response, such as a charity drive to get the game ended, or game ending changed, and that being neither here nor there, I think some of the blame here rests with the industry, some of the blame here rests with the reviewers of the game, and all I'm saying is, if you're a fan of the Mass Effect 3 trilogy, up until this point, you need to give the game a try. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. But a lot of fans, would like to see more, and that's understandable. So anyways, just go ahead and subscribe to our channel, like us on Facebook, And doing those things will definitely enter you into our free giveaways, which we'll have more to follow on in the near future. Alright, thanks Internet Kids, and see you next week.
Unnecessary video ending.